Robert Hood is an electronic music producer and DJ from Detroit. He started his career in 1990 and is still going. And he is credited with being one of the founders of minimal techno. He's created a lot of records under several names and with some collaborations. It seems to be a feature of some of these genres of music that are in some way quite minimal, that it's quite easy to produce a lot of records pretty quickly. Hi, my name's Dan. So there are several versions of this album around, 2 or 3, and the one that I listened to is the reissue version, which has 10 tracks rather than the original version, which has 8 tracks. And not quite all the same 8 tracks appear on the 10 as well, I believe. And this is minimal techno. Okay, so you heard the bit that I put at the beginning of this video, hopefully, if it hasn't been removed due to some copyright issue. That's a whole other journey that I could talk about. That's basically what you heard is what this album is, pretty much all the way through. It sounds like you're outside a nightclub, and mostly what you can hear is the beat to the boom, 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 boom. So just to really hammer this description home, there's basically drums and little bits of other sounds. There's tiny bits of flanged notes. There's bringing in and out of hi-hat beats. There's kind of little twitches of stuff going on there. And then there's the classic electronic music thing of twisting the tone knob so that things become more muffled or more clear. And pretty much each track is a slight variation on the same idea. The actual pattern of beats might be different as you go through. However, when you get near the end, the second last track, which is called Sleep Cycle, has a chord in it. And in fact, it's more exciting than that, because when you get towards the end, it changes chords, so it actually has 2 chords in it. And the last track, really exciting, has some lyrics. It's called Rhythm of Vision, and the lyrics are Rhythm of Vision. And that repeated quite a lot of times. So it's like a selection of backing tracks to be built on. Now, when I read the stuff on Wikipedia about this album, people were seemed to be a little bit excited about how radical this was, and how it was a new invention of how much could you strip back this techno so that you've got the very minimal stuff going on. I kind of get that, but if you're trying to think of this as an album that you might listen to as an album, forget it. It's really not suitable for that at all. And the flip side of that is, some music is made for dancing, and yes, but strangely enough, I think the tracks are too short to be good for getting into proper trancey groove kind of dancing. So I found it really dull. It's not a great album. I understand what's being done here. I don't really subscribe to the kind of artistic idea that has been proposed, that this is the bleakness of it is expressive of the bleakness of downtown Detroit or anything like that. I think it's just a guy has had an idea that other people haven't had, which is to strip it back as far as you possibly can. And yeah, I get it, I hear it, but as an album, the only thing really that had any benefit for me was that occasionally I found myself bopping my head in time to it, or tapping my foot in time to it. Other than that, compared to the previous album, which was Kate and Anna McGorkle, there's loads of interesting stuff in there. It's a great listen. This, I don't think I'll be coming back to it. Do you know this album? Do you disagree with me? Do you think this is a great album for sticking on whilst you're doing whatever, driving, in the bath, doing some work, anything? Let me know. It may be that I've missed some nuance here. I'd love to hear from you. Please pop that in the what's the word I'm looking for? Comments box. That's it from me though for now.